When I earned a major promotion, she declared, "You owe me. I deserve a partner bonus for backing you." I responded, "You're completely correct." I gave her $500 in cash and stated, "Here's your exit package." She learned the real meaning of the term when I informed her that her support role was no longer needed. I walked through the door clutching a bottle of champagne. After a year of exhausting myself with late nights, missed plans, surviving on coffee and drive, I had finally secured the biggest promotion of my career. I was eager to share the news with my girlfriend of 3 years, Mia. I imagined us celebrating, dreaming about the future this would unlock for us. She was on the sofa, scrolling on her phone. I popped the cork, poured 2 glasses, and handed one to her as I shared the news. She smiled, a distant, half-hearted smile, and took a sip. "Wow, that's awesome, babe," she said. Then she set her glass down and fixed me with a serious look. "That's incredible news. You know, you owe me. I truly think I deserve a partner bonus for standing by you through this." The champagne glass grew heavy in my hand. The room fell silent. A bonus for what? For her support. My mind raced through the past year. Her support was grumbling when I was too drained to attend a party after a 60-hour work week. Her support was huffing loudly when I canceled dinner plans due to a work crisis. Her support was living in a home where I covered nearly all expenses, driving a car I helped purchase while I toiled to build our future. I was the one cooking most nights since I was home late anyway. I was the one who urged her to take a class she liked and paid for it. I thought that's what partnership meant. You lift each other up. You don't keep score. But in that single moment, with that one crass, selfish sentence, she revealed exactly how she viewed it. I wasn't her partner. I was an investment she'd made. And now that the stock had risen, she was ready to cash in. The joy I felt just 30 seconds before evaporated. It was replaced by a cold, sinking feeling in my gut. It was over. I knew it with total certainty. She didn't know yet. I forced a smile onto my face. It felt like twisting metal. "You know what, Mia?" I said, my voice sounding eerily calm. "You're absolutely right. You've dealt with a lot. You deserve something special." Her face brightened. She had no clue what was coming. She thought she was getting a shopping spree. She didn't realize she was negotiating her own departure. The rest of the night blurred. I faked celebration. We drank the champagne, but it tasted like ash to me. She talked about a trip to Bali. I just nodded. I was already planning a very different kind of exit. Update 1. The next morning, Mia was browsing luxury resorts online. I said, I had to run errands. She waved, already envisioning herself on a beach. The errand was a bank trip. I withdrew $500 from the ATM. I didn't want a grand gesture. I wanted something that felt dismissive, like a cheap payment for a service. I requested 5 crisp $100 bills from the teller. They felt cold and wrong in my hand. Back home, I walked into the living room and asked her to close her laptop. I sat on the coffee table facing her. "Okay," I said, keeping my voice steady. "I thought about your bonus all morning, and I wanted to give you this in person." I handed her a plain white envelope. Her eyes widened. She tore it open like a child at Christmas. Seeing the cash, she squealed. "Oh my gosh, Alex! Really? This is so sweet!" She rambled about a designer purse she wanted, suggesting a fancy dinner. She was radiant. I let her talk for a moment before interrupting. "It's your severance package," I said. Her smile wavered. "My what? That's a strange word for it. A severance package." She laughed, a nervous, unsure sound. I didn't smile. "Yes," I said. "It's the payment you get when a role ends, when your position is terminated." Her confusion twisted into dawning dread. "What are you talking about? What role?" "The role of being my girlfriend," I said, my voice flat and cold. "You made it clear last night that your support is a service that demands payment. I agree. So here's your payment, and I'm letting you know your services are no longer needed." She stared at me. The $500 in her hand might as well have been trash. "You're breaking up with me?" she whispered, her voice shaking. "Over a joke?" "I was just kidding, Alex." "It didn't feel like a joke, Mia," I said. "It felt like the truest thing you've said in years. It showed me everything I need to know about us. And what I know is I don't want a partner who thinks love and support come with a bill." The tears came, but they were angry. "You can't do this. This is crazy. After all I've done for you." She threw the crumpled bills at me. They scattered on the rug. You think you can end 3 years of my life for $500? I didn't glance at the money. I didn't put a price on our relationship, I said, standing. You did. You demanded a bonus. You wanted a transaction, so here it is. The transaction is done. I walked to the hall closet and opened it. I think it's time to pack. I'd like you out by tonight. The look on her face was unforgettable. It was the face of someone who'd bet everything on one move and lost spectacularly. She'd tried to cash in, not realizing she was bankrupting herself. Update 2. It's been a week. My house is calm. The first days after I asked Mia to leave were chaotic. Her sister came to help move her things and tried to lecture me. I stood in the doorway and said unless she wanted to cover Mia's share of the bills, she should focus on packing boxes. She quieted down. Then came the calls. I expected them. Her friends called, labeling me a cruel jerk. I let them vent, then calmly asked how much they thought a partner bonus should cost. That usually shut them up. The big call was from her mom, sobbing about how I'd left her daughter homeless. He gave me $500 and said I was fired. I heard Mia cry in the background. Ma'am, I said, trying to stay polite. Mia demanded a cash bonus for supporting me during my promotion work. She made our relationship a job. I just took her at her word and gave her a severance package. She set the terms, not me. But she loved you, her mom wept. Her love came with a price tag, I replied. I decided I couldn't afford it anymore. Mia wouldn't let go. She texted, demanding more money, sending a long message listing everything she'd done for me. Remember when I brought you coffee when you were stressed? Remember when I went to your dull work event? It was a list of normal partner acts, framed as billable hours. I replied once, short and clear, Mia, your final invoice is paid. Further attempts to collect will be ignored. All contracts are null and void. That seemed to stop the money demands. But then she tried another angle, posting vague online rants about how some men don't value women's sacrifices, about being betrayed by someone she gave everything to. She was crafting a victim story. Some mutual friends reached out from my side. I stayed calm, not emotional. I told the truth simply. I got a big promotion. I came home to celebrate. She looked me in the eye and demanded a cash bonus for her support. So I ended it. There's no defense against a story that's straightforward and absurd. People knew me. They knew my work ethic. They knew the life I'd provided for her. Her victim tale unraveled quickly when faced with the raw greed of her actions. Last I heard, she was still seeking someone to pay her bonus. She felt the world owed her. Final update. It's been 3 months and my life is vastly better. The promotion is great. The work is tough, but I come home to a quiet, peaceful home. A home that's truly mine, with no one waiting to charge me for their presence. The story of Mia's partner bonus spread among our old friends. She became a cautionary tale. I heard her life's been tough. She moved into a small apartment she can barely afford. Without me funding her car, trips, and shopping, she's faced a harsh reality check. The support she thought deserved a bonus was actually priceless. It was the stable life she lived while I paid the bills. She didn't value it until it was gone. A friend saw her recently, saying she spent an hour complaining about my ingratitude, claiming she invested 3 years in me for nothing. It's sad. She's so trapped in her transactional mindset she can't see the truth. You don't invest in a person like a stock to sell for profit. You build a life together. Looking back, my response might seem harsh to some, but it was the most honest reaction I could give. She showed me the contract. I just enforced the termination clause. I didn't want a relationship where my success meant I owed a finder's fee. I want a partner who's in the trenches with me, celebrating our wins together, not because they get a cut, but because my victory is theirs, and theirs is mine. That $500 was the best money I ever spent. It was a steal. For the cost of a weekend getaway, I reclaimed my future. I reclaimed my self-respect. And I learned a crucial lesson. When someone shows you their price tag, believe them. Then decide if they're worth the cost.